So today I am headed to upstate New York, Kingston, New York, to be exact, that area of New York, for, of course, Fix My Life shoot. It's Monday. I left my house at 8:04 a.m., which is a good sign because 8:04 is my angel number. You know how you have a number that you always see on the clock? That number is 8:04 for me, which has extra special significance because 8:04 was the house number of the home that my mother grew up in Pittsburgh, 804 Rose Street. So I see that number all the time. It's an important number in my life. My cousin Rashad was born on August 4th, another 804. And it's just my angel number. So if you ever see a number on the clock all the time, look it up. That's your angel number. And you can find the significance of that number in your life. So I left my house at 8:04 this morning, which is a good sign. And I've got about a 6-hour journey to upstate New York from my house home here in Ocean City, Maryland. So it's a beautiful sunny morning, cold and crisp. And I'm looking forward, as always, to a nice leisurely drive to New York. This is a story of a father who is what his family calls a dry drunk. He stopped drinking some years ago, never really acknowledging that he had a problem, that he was an alcoholic, but responding to the family saying that his drinking was out of control, so he stopped. And these many years later, he still exhibits signs of what people call a dry drunk: anger, rage. And in general, and in summary, he lives in a house where people don't like him. His wife doesn't like him. She's moved out. She sleeps on the couch. She's moved out of the marital bedroom and now sleeps on the couch. Daughters don't like him. Son-in-law doesn't like him. So that's the fix, to bring daddy back into the hearts and minds of the family. Last week was something else. I mean, it was the first Fix My Life where there really was no fix because the people changed their mind at the last minute when we got there. After a day of taping, it decided that they didn't really want to do this, so there was no fix in last week's show. Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. So by the time you see this, that will probably have come out on television, and it'll be interesting to see how they make that one work. What's going on with me today as I travel to New York for Fix My Life? I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling in a good state of mind. I've got good energy today. I'm looking forward to a nice meditation once I arrive in New York. I haven't had the deep, long meditations that I'm used to in the last couple of days. I haven't had that, so I'm looking forward to settling in and having a good, long meditation today and really finding my spiritual center and core before we do this work over the next couple of days. I brought Labradorite with me on this trip, and I brought black tourmaline with me on this trip, and I brought blue kyanite and lapis lazuli. Those are the crystals, the gemstones, the minerals that I brought with me on this trip. So I'm going to work with those crystals when I get to the hotel in my meditation today. Other than that, as I said, I'm feeling pretty good. I brought some food with me on this trip because I'm driving. I juiced, so I have 3 juices with me on this trip that I bought: 2 green juices and a carrot celery apple juice. So I have that with me. I've got 3 different flavors of hummus and some cracked pepper toast points and some cranberry bean soup, vegetable bean soup that I made, which is delicious. So I've got that with me. So I've got healthy food, and I've got an apple tray that I brought, which has an assortment of apples, grapes, and a sweet caramel dipping sauce. So I've got that. So I'm all set. I am ready to roll this week. Over the weekend, Fix My Life won an NAACP Image Award for Outstanding Reality Series. And I'm really, really happy about that. Really, really happy about that. I celebrate Iyanla. I celebrate our entire production team, the execs at Harpo. I celebrate the crew, and I celebrate myself in this process. Very happy to have that acknowledgement for the show and for this work that we're doing, that I know, because I'm there watching it, is changing people's lives. So a really, really celebratory, joyous moment. At the same time, I am aware that people look at my success, Iyanla's success, this show's success, and just the success of people in their lives. And if you look at other people's success at a moment when you don't feel like you are experiencing success in your life, what could be a point of joy for other people becomes a point of sadness for you. And I've certainly been there many times in my life, where I see people succeeding and having a level of success that I don't think that I've reached at that particular moment. And it's hard for me to be happy for them. A part of me is, but the other part of me, another part of me comes back to, what about me? 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 So, Joyce Meyer is famous for that teaching. So I'm aware of that. I'm aware that when I post pictures of the things that I'm doing, there are a lot of people who would like to have the kind of life that I have and work in the kind of profession that I work in. I'm aware of that. And I would say to you what I say to myself: what you help make happen for others, God will help make happen for you. And we each have a time and a season. Each of us has a time and a season. There's a time in each of our lives where you will have a heyday, where every time you walk out your door, somebody's going to be going, hey, because you're hot. And that's your time. And we each have that. So I'm learning to celebrate other people in their season, knowing that my season will come. And when you really get spiritually mature, you realize that every single breath you take is your season. That it's all your season. All the time, every day that you're alive and participating in this life is your season. So I just wanted to share that this morning, that success is relative. Success is a beautiful thing. Accolades, awards, red carpet moments are wonderful things. We should enjoy them and enjoy them when we experience them in the time that we have those moments. And also realize that the balance, the polarity of that are the unseen moments, when nobody knows your name and nobody sees who you are and what you're doing. Let's learn together to appreciate those moments as well, and to be okay with wherever we are on the continuum. That's what I'm trying to do. That's what I am doing. So I appreciate, as one of my Facebook friends, Kenya, shout out to Kenya. Miss Kenya said of me that I am leading from behind in this process, in this work. In other words, I'm not the front person, and Iyanla Vanzant is the front person. But you can see me in all the pictures. You can see me holding up the cue cards. You can see me doing what I do. And my natal chart says this about me, that in past lives, and I can even see it in this life, but in past lives, I have been one of those people who has been a source of power behind the throne. A source of power behind the throne. And I can definitely see that even in this life, because as a producer, I've had the opportunity to work with some very visible people. You see them, you don't see me. But when the lamp is low, as the jazz song says, in the midnight hour, many times those people are calling me and asking for advice and counsel. So I'm comfortable being a source of power, a private source of power behind a very public throne. I'm comfortable in that space. And at the same time, my natal chart points out that in this lifetime, that my consciousness and part of my soul's growth is to be independent and not be someone who is symbiotically yoked to this public power, but to in fact develop my own independent power source. So again, polarity. And I appreciate the soul work that I'm involved in this lifetime. So that's all I got for you now. I'm gonna lay back and enjoy this ride to New York today. And if I have any other thoughts to share with you along the way, I will do that, because you know that's what I do and that's how I roll. So I am driving through the beautiful Catskills mountain range. I think it's the Catskills. I saw a sign that said Catskills, so I think it's the Catskills mountain range. But I'm in upstate New York, just outside of Albany, and it is really, really pretty. I just keep imagining and dreaming, really, of a nice little house or a nice big house tucked into one of these little mountain ranges. I just love it. It's just really, really so my style. The vistas, the horizons are incredible. I always say this, but I find myself just thinking about what these people do for a living that live in these houses in these mountains. It's really nice. I'm probably about 25 miles from my hotel. Stopped twice in one of the rest stops. Actually, on both of the rest stops, I found a kiosk. I guess that's the best way to describe it. Called Fresh Attractions. I think that's what it's called. And they had nice salads and green juices. I was pleasantly surprised. So I got me a pear and brie sandwich and some chips and 2 green naked juices, and I'm good to go. I just wish you could see, wow. I just wish you could see these beautiful snow-capped mountains that I'm looking at. God is such an artist, I tell you that much. God is the artist, the ultimate artist. Beautiful, beautiful. Yet another benefit to driving. You really get to see how America lives, and you really get to see the country. And I like that. So we get here to the hotel, and I check in to my room, and then I go back out to the car to get my food that I brought. So I have these 2 sort of double shopping sacks that I put my groceries in when I go to the grocery store. Doubled up, because I had a lot of food to put in there. And I go to lift one of my juices out of the cooler and set it down into the sack. And as soon as it hits the ground, splat! All over the ground. Not only all over the ground, but all over the other things that I had. Plates, matches for my incense, other stuff that I had, tomatoes that I had inside of the sack, the food sack. Broken glass, green juice all over the ground. So I'm starting to salvage what I can. Long story short, one of my 3 juices is on the ground out here in Kingston, New York. So I still have my carrot, celery, apple juice, carrot, celery, green apple juice, and I still have some kale, cucumber, squash, cilantro, celery juice. So I guess it wasn't meant to be for me to drink that juice after juicing it and transporting it all the way from my home in Maryland to here in New York. It is on the ground. So I guess that ground needed that green juice more than I do. So if you go out by my car, it's like green snow. It's like a green slushy. free green slushy in Kingston, New York, right out by my car. So I had to come in and clean all of that up and wash my sticky fingers and try to salvage what I could out the bottom of the thing. Pretty much everything was wrapped in plastic, so it's okay, but it was just one sticky mess.
Wonderful. Then when we have them in a neutral environment, because this is their home, they feel safe. Their habitual stuff will eventually rise to the surface. We saw that with Montero Brown. We saw it with St. Louis. Y'all weren't there, but we saw it. So anyway, so we want to be as mindful and prayerful, please. If y'all know any prayer, please pray it for them, so that we can really move these people along. This is a man that's in a lot of crisis, you know, a dad, and so hopefully we'll be able to take them all to a whole nother level. I don't know what to expect, so whatever happens, we gonna handle it. Yeah. Okay. Josh, if I need to move, is it because I know y'all got to get off sticks and move, and I've been doing a lot of movement. How do I let you know other than say I'm moving? I mean, come with
I think
me.
I think it's been good, right?
It's okay.
Yeah, have you been fine with it?
Yeah, I've been fine with it.
And looking how it is on camera, it is actually plugged.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of sense when you're getting on.
Oh, okay. Usually by the time I scoot to the end of the chair and lift my butt, it's a clue, right? That I'm going somewhere. I don't know where, and I haven't seen this house. So, all right.
But on that note, there is a living room when you come in the door to the left. Go around, there's a den, they're in the kitchen, it's all that area.
Is it all lit?
Prepared for lighting for you to go where you need to go in all that living space. Dining area, kitchen, den.
And are they okay with that? You know,
Yes, they are
sometimes we
okay with
come
that.
into the people's house, we just have to kind of say, let them know.
The other thing though is it's a very open space. So you
Okay.
don't have privacy in one room, period. So that if you want to pull somebody aside for something, we have to clear everybody else out of the house. So I would say, you know, that's the only thing I would say is like if you want to pull someone into the den because you were in the living room, everybody else, we just need to get everybody else out of the house.
Really?
Yeah.
It's all
They just
open.
don't have
It's like an open
clothes unless you're in a bedroom, which they don't,
Unless we send them upstairs to the pieces.
which is not really.
No. Send them out of that area instead of sending them over here to Ryan. The rest of the
They
family.
can just walk out the house.
Okay, well, I'm just saying.
Because I prefer them not be in the house.
Okay.
So where would they go?
There's
Right here.
another back house over here.
Actually, it's right here.
It's like a
It's
guest house.
right here. That's where Ryan lives.
Oh,
Yes.
so is Ryan here?
I didn't check on it yet.
Are they mic'd?
Everybody's mic'd
Except
except Ryan. Ryan does not want to be mic'd.
Well, then Ryan don't need to participate. Leave his butt right over there. Leave him over there. He don't need to bring his energy into the space with no contribution, just to be sitting there looking. And I just have a problem with the guests telling us what they're gonna do. I just have a problem. We don't need the energy because I have to navigate the energy whether he's mic'd or not. You know. So leave him over there. Tell him we don't have to participate.
And if he decides to participate,
Okay.
yes,
He has to be mic'd.
I'll let him know.
Lord, let me pray. Just grab somebody's hand.
I have a cold, so I'm gonna just leave my hands.
Huh?
I have a cold,
He has
so
a
it
cold.
wouldn't be the best idea to hold on to my hands.
Hold his elbow.
Look, elbow.
Grab his ears.
We got to be connected.
Hold his please.
Okay, grab on.
Course in Miracles lesson today said, above all else, I want to see things differently. And that is my prayer for this family. That above all else, that our time here, our work here, they will begin to see themselves differently, see each other differently, see this situation differently, see their possibilities differently, see their opportunities differently. Above all else, I call for the deepest level of healing available for this family, that we can access that healing easily and effortlessly under grace, and that truly the time, the energy, the gift, the skills, the talents that we bring will be enough that when we leave, this family will be in a different place in their minds, in their hearts, in their relationship. Holy Spirit, come. Holy Spirit, come. I am issuing an invitation to you to fall fresh on every heart, every mind, fall fresh on the cameras, fall fresh on the microphones, fall fresh on the snow. Just help. Help me now. Thank you. I let it be as we go forward to fix a life. Fix a life, fix a life. Put your elbow in there.
I'll just keep my fist closed.
Right, 1, 2, 3. Fix a
Fix
life.
a life.
Fix a life. There isn't.
Where we show up, God will show out. Every
I
time.
surrender my will. I surrender every judgment. I surrender my perceptions. I'm asking the Holy Spirit for knowledge and understanding.
Yes.
Let knowledge, I don't need to guess. I don't need to figure out. I don't need to suppose. The Holy Spirit is going to give me knowledge, and I'm going to speak it with power, dominion, and authority, love, and compassion in such a way that every spirit of darkness and denial will be slain in the light.
Amen.
Oh, let me just get out.
You done preached yourself happy. Yes. And me too.
God knows. Now, whether they know God or not, we're here for a purpose. And that purpose will be fulfilled.
Whether they know God or not, the energy is present. Many are called, few are chosen.
Few are chosen. And we say all are called, few choose to answer. And then I say, these people were called and didn't recognize him. Is that how? How was your night? Yeah. And how did you do all by yourself? Yeah. You did? No fighting?
No fighting.
No cussing?
No
No
fighting, a
screaming?
lot of thinking.
A lot of thinking. What you think about? So, what would that
Things
be?
about myself.
Any new awarenesses for you?
Oh, yeah.
Come on, talk to me. Very good. You see how the age on it just fell in the line. I didn't even have to say it.
Look at
I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah.
Good. Very good. Glad to be here.
You want to share with the villagers some things that you are aware of that you would like them to know,
Oh,
and then I'll give them some instruction.
come on, you could hug tighter than that.
And I am so, so sorry. But I didn't accept the times when you tried, because I pushed away too. It was never just you. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. And I'm so, so sorry that I wasn't there for you when you needed it too. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you, Daddy. I am so, so sorry that I let it get this way, that I didn't try sooner. Please forgive me. Thank you.
kingdom or whatever y'all want it to be. That there has to be a place where they are together that has nothing to do with you people. And while dad is the leader and takes a major part of the responsibility, it's very important, if he's the head, she's the heart, that the heart understands its role too. I would like you to share with your mom some things that you would offer her as feedback about how the heart has been that doesn't support the village. Does that make sense? We'll start with
NAACP Image Award for Best Reality Show.
He's happy too.
I just want to get everybody's attention really quickly. Iyanla Fix My Life won for Best Reality Show, an NAACP Image Award, which is an amazing recognition. One of the things that Iyanla has said is it's great that the nation is recognizing healing work like this, and I concur. So we just wanted to give you these cards and say congratulations. And this is just one of many more to come, I believe.
I accept.
So congratulations.
Yeehaw!
Okay, who's gonna open it?
We're trying.
There is no try.
There is no
Oh, you got one?
I am a student of Yoda.
This is my little granddaughter.
Your little.
Little. There's a lens for that, Iyanla. Exactly.
How about just the hottest?
Right.
Winfrey, who had the smarts to capitalize on this talented lady.
All right. Miss O.
And here's to your family, the future of your family.
I think you're in some.
Okay.
Is this too sweet? We're gonna do a little picture.
I don't want to pee on my
Do we have a camera?
Oh, this is the best one.
We stopped doing this.
Okay, this is. We'll have to. We'll
One
bring.
with the family and then one with us.
Okay, can we get the family together first?
So it's about 3:43 on shoot day 2, and I am headed home. I'm about 20 miles from the shoot. It was a very interesting shoot experience. I didn't shoot a lot of video to share with you this time, but it was a good shoot. It was not the story we went to get, but it was the story that God wanted to heal for this family, and I'm glad they did. We were told in all the interviews that the problem was that the dad was a dry drunk. That wasn't the problem. The problem was that this was a marriage in breakdown, and the wife abandoned the marital bed as a symptom of the overall breakdown in the marriage and its partnership. And so the fix was dissecting that and understanding how that breakdown happened between this husband and wife, man and woman, friend and friend, and what they were willing to do to fix that, to repair that. And that work was done in a very beautiful way. So now, it's 6 hours back to Maryland. And that's what I'm all about right now. 6 hours back to Maryland. I'm walking away from this shoot with a cough. Now that's very interesting to me because I have not felt any kind of symptoms of cough or congestion in 4 years since I became vegetarian/vegan. So there was some energy up in this Saugerties, Kingston, New York area and in the space that we were working in that has attached itself to my body. So my work on Fix My Life is ended for this shoot, but my work on myself to come back to my center and to flush these toxins out of my body is just beginning, and that's